Hello, folks. I hope you're good. Okay, in this one, there's a question. If you're pretending to be a pastor, teacher, a leader, and pretending that God actually chose you when He didn't, why? Just stay at home. Don't go to a church. Just stay at home. Because again, if you're going to go to hell and you're leading people to hell, which is probably the truth for most of them. Well, for most leaders, that's the truth. For most leaders in the world right now, in churches, they're leading people to hell. That's what they're doing. Okay. So therefore, if that's the case, when you go to hell and the people from your church is in hell, and they understand that when you're saying to them, you're leading them in God's way, and therefore they're going to heaven because of that, and then they realize, we're in hell. Who are they going to blame? People, the nature of people means they want to blame someone else. So, okay. In hell, after a time, for most people a long time, they will realize that they choose this themselves. They chose it. They will stop blaming the pastors and the leaders. But actually, until that time, they will be, there'll be so much rage in those people. Yeah. And they will attack the leaders. They will rip the leaders apart, their bodies apart. And they will do worse than that. Much, 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 much worse than that. Because of that rage. Whatever they do won't be enough for them. It will never be enough for them. Whatever they do. With that rage. As I said, until they understand that they chose that themselves. So again, okay. If you're going to go to hell anyway, stay at home. Don't pretend to be a leader. Don't try to be a leader if God hasn't chosen you. And again, I understand that most leaders will say, we're not choosing the easy way because being a leader in church is bloody hard. Yeah. Sorry, folks, you're wrong. It might seem hard sometimes, but doing things in God's way, His will and way, is so much harder. So when you think it's hard, it's not. You've chose the easy way, the safe way, the comfortable way. That all the churches think it's the way. So therefore, they support you, etc., etc. So again, sorry. Look at the world. Just look at the world. Okay? If in America you've got Trump, right? If the pastor, Rick Harris, voted for Trump, right? The other pastors most of the pastors in this area are from America, right? Okay. If that country is so bloody bad that you've got that idiot in charge of that country, right? Well, okay, Trump is a bit of an idiot. We can agree about that. Sometimes he says really stupid things and believes it, and he attacks people that don't agree with him most of the time. So therefore, that's not a good situation. He lies all the time as well. He wants people to bow down to him. We know that. Okay. So he's a bit of an idiot in that way. Of course he is. So, again, if most of the crap in the world, drugs, not just, illegal drugs, but legal drugs as well, that kill people all the time, they come from America. Porn from America. Most of the clothes, it's about sex, from America. Fast food crap from America. Most of the crap, the left-wing crap that we've had, America. The right-wing crap we've got right now, America. If that country has so many issues, obviously it means the church in America is not doing a good job, is it really? Come on. Just look, you can understand it, you can see that. So if most of the pastors in Elgin come from America, you know straight away, oh bloody hell, Elgin is in trouble. Having those people. So again, you can understand, you can say, yes, of course. Of course. Europe, America, a lot of Africa, most other areas, you can see the church is not doing a good job. Basically the world controls the church in most countries. You can see that. The way they do things, you can see it. And yes, these people in charge churches, they know. They see that. They know that. They can see the situation. Oh, they know it, yes. Yeah. They can look at the Word of God and they know that the way they're doing things is nowhere near that. Even though what we saw in the Word of God was nowhere near what we should be doing now. Nowhere near. We're not in the letters from Paul, Peter, John. In that, we don't see anything like we should be doing now, because that was the early church that didn't really know anything at that time. Most of them didn't understand anything at that time. We now should know so much more than they knew. We should understand more than they can understand, because they didn't have the Gospels. We do. They didn't even have the letters. We do. Paul may have written the letters to other churches, but actually not every church had those letters. Some churches may have had one or two letters, but the others were in other churches. We've got all of it, right? So therefore, we should be doing better than them. Yes? That's an obvious. So again, why bother? Let's say if you're going to go to hell anyway, then just be a normal person going to hell. No one's going to attack you. Okay, you'll still be in hell. But, yeah. But again, yes, we do understand. Having that bit of power over people. Yeah. Having those pats on your back saying, oh, well done. The service was amazing, beautiful. The worship was fantastic. Even though it never is, because again, if they're choosing to be false worshippers, etc., 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 then yeah. But okay, yes, people want that pat on the back. People want people to think they're doing a good job, and they start believing it themselves, I suppose. And they do. There is a delusion within church. Well, there has been a delusion for a long time about how well the church is doing. I've given examples of that, but that's common. You will get that, yes. You will get those examples. They will happen and happen all the time. So, we are very much where we are. As I say, that's the question that I have. That why go through all of that? Because again, in your heart and in your spirit, you know. All these people know. They're not led by God. They weren't chosen by God. They know that. They know what they're doing is not of God. They know that. But they carry on regardless. And that should only be the carry on film from the 60s, not people in church. So there you go.